All right. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm with Micah. He's actually from the Tampa area, and we want to get on and do a call of and share some of our wins that we've experienced over the past few weeks or a month. So I'll go ahead and dive in and share some of my experiences. Um, so let's go ahead and share the screen here and do the entire screen. All right. So what I wanted to share with you all is the very first campaign that I created. It was actually a keto diet or ketosis diet project. Of course, the website was built out and everything, and I created a website with 4 to 5 main web pages, created good content for each of those 4 to 5 web pages, and then created good, well-themed AdWords content, both ads and keywords. And I was successful in getting up to a 16.8% click-through rate, and I was able to get down into the low 30 cents. This is 31 cents here for the cost per click. And I guess I achieved this in 2 ways, with a well-themed, tightly bound overall AdWords accounts, and then getting those good keywords that connect with what the users really want through ads, and then finally delivering good copywriting on the web pages, speaking to specifically what the visitors are after. At one point, I was able to actually identify some themes. And I've actually recorded another YouTube video, which I'll link onto this video. But I was actually able to tap into some themes that were how to get into ketosis at a faster rate or a quicker rate. And it seemed like that's all these people really cared about, which was pretty cool because I was able to identify that, tap into that, add some more copyright to the website to speak to that. And overall, that created a better campaign. And I think that is all that I wanted to share, some of my victories. But I'll go ahead and turn it over to Micah here, and he has some information that he wants to share here. So let's go ahead and stop the screen share. Micah, if you just click on the 3 dots and then share your screen there, you should be ready to go.
Well, I kind of wanted to say these are private client accounts, so I can't exactly share with anybody, but if you want me to share how I've been able to operate on Quora, I'd be more than happy to.
Hey, yeah, whatever you feel comfortable with sharing, that would be great, and I think it would help the audience.
I gotta go over and get it set up then.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. It'll take a little bit because I gotta go over and log out of this client's account.
Okay. I'll go ahead and talk and share a little bit in the meantime of what you were talking about. Just interrupt me whenever you're open. So, not to steal Micah's thunder here, but he was talking about Quora, and Quora is actually he was saying it's a new application where you can actually go on. It's a more intelligent, educated kind of community, if you will. I've used it a couple times, but a lot of like intelligent, educated questions come of this in the app and so forth. And I often see a lot of good questions, and then of course there's answers below with different educated people who work in that realm go in and answer those questions and so forth. but I've used it in the past quite a few times, whether it's just finance stuff or just random questions about military, like just leaders over the centuries, Napoleon's race across Europe or whatever. Just an array of different subject matters. But yeah, when Micah's ready here, he'll go in and share a little bit more info about Quora, and he's actually using it as a kind of like a Google ad campaign, but only specifically to Quora, which is pretty interesting. There's marketing can go across all different spectrums.
Okay, I'm ready to start if you are.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so let me go ahead and all right. Okay, let's do screen share screen. Okay, hold on. Can you see my screen right now?
I see it. Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and log into really quick Quora.com. So this is obviously the screen that you're going to be seeing when you first log into the site. Now here, this is where you would go ahead and sign in or create your account. And I'm logged into my own account already. Now, the way that I've done to start my own PPC campaigns, I would just click create ad here. And then you would just click the account name and you can make it whatever you want. Account name, I am going to go ahead and say, so let's go ahead and do my name, Micah Olson, and then my email address here. You can put in your business name. Let's go ahead and we'll say roofing company for business name. And then you can put in your business address here and here, your city, your state, your postal code, and then your phone number, tax ID, your website, URL, industry, and your business description. And once you do that, you would go ahead and, well, let's go ahead and try to put e-commerce. And hold on, I'm just going to put my own here, mwilson2256@gmail.com, create account. Yeah, obviously you have to get all these filled up, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Let's see, the United States site. Let's try www. So I'm going to try to, actually not, hold on. Let's go ahead and do the boxer size workout. Okay, yeah, because I did create my own website called the boxersizeworkout.com, so this is what I'm going to be using. Sizeworkout.com. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and create our campaign here. So first we're going to go ahead and do our campaign name, the boxer size workout. And then obviously we want our objective to be conversions. You don't really have to pay attention to this part or this part. So conversions, you want to, I guess if you're going to go over and make a squeeze page, you want to go ahead and generate leads. You're going to go ahead and set your daily maximum budget here. And this is, of course, going to depend on the type of keywords that you're going to be looking up for. So some keywords are going to be more expensive depending on what business that you're running for. Now, the type of businesses that I've worked for are basically clinics and roofing companies, and also for real estate. Now, for a clinic, for anything medical or real estate, it's going to charge you more per click on those keywords. I would just go ahead with the daily maximum budget. We don't really know how much it's going to be yet. So let's go ahead and put this at $10 daily budget. Okay, and then we would just say begin advertising immediately. Let's continue. Now, for ad set name for boxer size workout, let's go ahead and imagine that this is a squeeze page. So for ad set name, let's go with boxer size workout. And I would say there's a lot of different types of targeting here. Topic targeting is basically you're going to go over and search up topics based on what your site's content is going to be about. So my website is called the Boxer Size Workout, and it's basically about trying to train people like how to go ahead and do boxing as an exercise to be fit and lose weight. So let's try to type in a few keywords here. Boxing exercise. Now, unlike what you're going to see in Google AdWords, it doesn't exactly have match types. So you're just going to go with whatever you want, because whatever topics you're going to choose, it's going to link that person to, it's going to link the ad to, it's going to link the ad to other topics, which people are going to go ahead and search. So however many times that topic gets searched weekly is how many times your ad is going to show up. So here are several suggested topics: boxing sport, sports, boxer sport, and of course there are different topics that are not really going to be, if there's not really any topics that you really want to go with, you're just going to go ahead and uncheck these. So whatever that you don't want, you just uncheck them. So, I mean, even though a lot of people do like Mike Tyson, you have to think as a marketer, are people really going to go ahead and if they search Mike Tyson, are they going to be also interested in clicking your ad? So it's a lot like working with Google AdWords, in which you have to have your keywords tied to what you're advertising, and you have to get rid of whatever you don't want through negative keywords. Except here, instead of negative keywords, you have to uncheck the topics that are being shown. So it's going to take a little while. I apologize for anyone.
Oh, no, take your time.
Yeah, but yeah, we basically just want anything with boxing and also fitness. Obviously economics or poor countries aren't really going to tie in well to this, but let's see. Anyways, let's go ahead and import these 21 topics here. Of course, there are also different types of targeting, question targeting. There's audience targeting and there's interest targeting. And of course, like in topics, here question targeting, you type in basically whatever questions that people are going to go ahead and search up. And based on those questions, and here, these are the weekly impressions. So, of course, one thing I want to point out is that I have not put in the locations yet. So down here is where you put in locations. So when I put in the locations, that's basically a way of making your ad local or making it very focused to different kinds of cities. Whatever cities that you want to focus on with your ad, you put them here. You can type in New York City, or you can also type in zip codes. But I would really suggest just work with cities instead, because zip codes will end up making your ad a lot more limited to just that area. And there's a lot of other zip codes which can link up into the city, but only of a certain part in the city. So it's better to just go with cities if you're going with locations, unless if you're really going to go stateside, and you can just put Florida, Texas, New York, whatever you want to do. But anyways, let's go back up here. I wish I could really go into detail with this, but also am kind of, well, okay, let's try to go over and see. This is what I'm afraid of, is because if I click into the question targeting, audience targeting, or interest targeting, it may end up getting rid of the keywords that we put in. But actually, let's go ahead and do this, because I also want to show how these work. It's fine. It's not exactly a serious campaign, so I will also want to show you guys how these work. So choose questions. If you want to go ahead and type in these keywords here, boxing, training, fitness, so continue. Okay, so here, like these are the weekly views. You also know them as impressions, but instead of keywords, it's going to give you questions. And this is how much on average people are going to be searching on these questions per week. So whatever questions that you want, you check them, like why is fitness important? What is your daily fitness routine? Or can anybody share their fat to fit journey? What is the difference between taper fit, narrow fit, slim fit? Okay, so let's just go ahead and choose a couple. Obviously we could go over and do more, but for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and add these 4 questions. Now, again, you do want to go ahead and choose your questions based on the type of content that your site is going to be working with. So as obviously you don't want your client getting charged for things that they're not really going to be, that your content isn't really going to be tied into. So we have, what is a good boxing training routine for a beginner? Can you weigh shit or fat fitness journey? What is your daily routine? Why is fitness important? So these are just 4 questions that I've chosen, and this can be used also as keywords that you can use to go ahead and get people to look at your client's website. Now here there's audience targeting. Here audience, you can create an audience. Okay, but actually, admittingly, I have not played with the audience targeting or interest targeting yet. But interest targeting, yeah, you can also use this to target a specific demographic, so that's also interesting. But for me, I use mainly topic targeting for my ad campaigns. And here, as we've talked about in Seth's course, it's usually best to leave your website as desktop and mobile. So this is what I do. And you can also exclude your questions or audience if that's also what you prefer. Location targeting, obviously I've said I'm in Tampa, so we can just go ahead and type in Tampa for the United States, and that will give you the number of topics. So you just go ahead and then you set your CPC per bid. Now, let's go ahead and do boxing training, fitness, and let's just go ahead and choose 3 or 4 just for the sake of this video. Okay, so working out, weight loss, let's just go with these 4. All right. loss techniques by yoga, weight gain, running. Actually, yeah, a lot of these just go ahead and tie in. So let's just go ahead and import them all. You're going to get potential weekly impressions down to 4,500 to 5,000. That's still pretty fair, especially when you're making the target ad local. So now you're going to see your suggested bid 45 cents per click. So I would say maybe let's go ahead and make this $1. So this is just going to be your maximum bid, a lot like what you would work with the Google AdWords. Just click continue.
So you would set it at $1 and then maybe get it dialed in as soon as you see more data populate?
Yeah, but $1 is basically going to be the maximum amount you're willing to pay per click, but it's not necessarily what you're going to pay. I mean, if you think a lot like Google AdWords, it's basically going to be probably the real price of what you're going to be paying per click is maybe 35 or 45 cents.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the fact is, if the value of that keyword goes up, then it's going to just mark it as saying $1 is the most of what I'm really going to be willing to spend for that cost per click.
Cool.
Okay, and then create new or import. So if you want to create a new ad, now here, let's see. So let's do ad name, the boxer size, workouts, and then headline sentence. This is your headline sentence, obviously, and this is going to be your body text or your ad copy. So that is where you're going to go over and write it. And of course, you also want to go ahead and change your logo. Now your logo is going to be over here. That's basically going to be the logo of your business. And here, this is going to be the image that you're going to be using for your advertisement on Quora. So it's just basically going to be your logo for your business here, and then the picture for your business on Quora is going to be here, and this is going to be your ad copy, and that is going to be your headline. Now for landing page URL, of course, all of you know what that is, just www.theboxersizeworkout.com. And display URL is...
Is display URL required?
I'm sorry?
Is that required, the display URL?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So for a display URL, you can just type in boxersizeworkout.com, or you can go ahead and use different tools to make your custom display URL. I don't have that prepared right now.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
But I usually use a tool to go ahead and create my own display URLs and just create dashes. And I think a display URL is good anyway to create, so that that whoever goes ahead and clicks on your website is going to be a lot more user friendly.
Yeah, you're just generating trust.
Right, definitely. But from what I've seen using this Quora Ads Manager, I've seen that the cost per click, how much you're going to be paying per ad, is a lot cheaper than what you're going to be paying through Google AdWords. So, I mean, that's obviously, I think, a better benefit when you're using multiple platforms on ad managers, is you'll be saving your clients a lot of money.
Cool. And you were saying something about off video that Quora is actually a little bit more rudimentary. And I understand that to the point that we all understand that Google is king in the industry. But I guess what things stuck out to you causing you to say that Quora was a little bit more rudimentary than others?
Well, because the reason why I said it's a little bit more rudimentary is because, well, Quora is so let me go ahead and stop the screen sharing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So Quora is it's basically a couple years old, and when I try to say about rudimentary, one of the things that I want to mention is that unlike that, in Google AdWords, when you're dealing with the Google AdWords campaign, you can basically go ahead and choose how long. You can choose the times
I see.
Uh, of when your client's ad is going to run. So if your client is a local business and say he runs a local pizza place and he wants his hours go from 9 to 5, right? So you can basically go ahead and run your AdWords campaign from maybe I would say 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then have it stop. So Quora doesn't have that function yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That and a few other functions, I would say, that are missing from between Google AdWords and Quora.
Okay. Okay, and then you spoke about locations. So they do offer locations.
Yeah, they do offer locations. You just go down and you put it down in where they have locations. One other thing I guess I want to mention is it doesn't exactly have negative keywords like Google AdWords, but I guess in return the way it works is when you're looking into topics or questions, then it's basically the type of topics and questions that it shows how many people view that topic or questions per week.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I guess you don't really need negative keywords because it's more direct saying these are the topics or these are the questions that people are going to be looking per week exact. So in that sense, you don't really need negative keywords. That's what I was going to say was going to be the other feature that Quora is lacking compared to Google AdWords. But when you think of it that way, you don't really need it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, that was a great overview of Quora. And as we said, it's not the king of the industry, but it just generates another tool in your tool belt to use with clients or on a job site. Do you have, what's your best email that you want to provide either agencies or clients?
Okay, so my email is should I go ahead and type this out or?
Oh, you could just say it real quickly.
Okay, so my email is molson2256@gmail.com. If anybody wants to reach me there, then I'd be more happy to assist.
What's some of your common sites that you get out to often? What other places can people find you?
Other places that you can find me on LinkedIn, and so LinkedIn is very good to go ahead and get in contact with me.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, likewise, guys. I'm on LinkedIn most of the time, and you can also contact me at Norris, NORRISMI, as in Michael, Iceland, and then digit0 at gmail.com.
Okay. And for my email, again, it's molson2256@gmail.com.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Any last notes?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. You all have a great day.